Okay, Reverend Father John Alamagin Babuburi. I'm a priest of the Catholic Archdiocese of Kaduna. Also, a lecturer at the Good Shepherds Major Seminary, Kaduna.
Can you please enlighten us on the impact of tonight's event?
Yeah, it's very, very encouraging. It looks small, but it's like a mustard seed, and you could see the quality of the contributions. So I think it is worthwhile. I'm very, very happy that at least it has come this far and this way.
For the Catholic politicians, what are those things you've not been doing that you ought to start doing to get it right?
Well, I'm not interested in what they are not doing, but I'm interested in why we have organized this. It's just to conscientize them about their duties and responsibilities. Pope Paul VI in Evangelii Nuntiandi number 18 says every strata of life should be evangelized, so that we should be witnesses in everything that we do. Politicians, doctors, lawyers, and so on. So that's why we have called everybody, although the politicians are the maybe the center of emphasis because they are at the helm of affairs, but everybody is highly involved because the Catholic social teachings is for everybody. So whether you are a Christian or a Muslim or so, it's all about the common good. The concept of politics, by Aristotle, a Greek philosopher, he was a pagan. So he said politics comes from the Greek word polis, which means city, good of the city. So, so anything that is for the good of everybody should be the center of politics. But unfortunately, with what we see today is people doing things for their selfish interests or for the good of their religions or ethnicity and so on and so. So, which is, I feel, is an abuse of politics, not the real essence of it. Because politics should be for everybody, and that's why we are seeing what we are seeing now, and it's very, very unfortunate. Thank you.
James Bawa Magaji. Deputy Government
I will still be coming back to you later.
First of all, I'd like to commend Father John Bogoburi for his untiring efforts every year in and out through his Peace Foundation to organize a symposium and at each time with a relevant matter at hand to discuss. Peace is very important, as the fathers emphasized, and the church and its teachings have shaped our lives and society at large. And we Catholics, for the practicing Catholic, the Catholic religion is more than tribe, is more than dialect, is more than language. So, and being the leading church, we're expected to provide leadership. Expected to provide leadership. This Chinua Achebe was one that said that things fall apart because the center cannot hold it. If the Catholic Church can be well organized, just as what Bishop, Father Bobori has tried to do this evening, then we're able to, pull along our colleagues, our friends in other denominations and Catholics. First of all, you have to create an internal capability before so that you can withstand whatever pressure. So if the Catholic can start and get it right, how we can collaborate, work together for peace, for development of society, to be able to make inputs where we have opportunity without fear of favor. Even by that exemplariness, we are able to grow other people to learn from that. I think this is the import of this beautiful discussion today.
Okay, sir. Looking at Catholic politicians, now, what are from this symposium? What are Catholic politicians going to do to change the narrative? Looking at the political space, a lot of here and there, Now, what are Catholic politicians going to do differently from this situation?
Well, like I said, we should provide leadership. We are from the leading denomination. The whole world knows this. That is why I can tell you that in the Arab world, they allow only one church, the Catholic Church. Other denominations, they tell them go and congregate in a hall or something, because they believe, well, whatever they're going to be about the same. They believe in the uniqueness of the Catholic Church, and they believe in the quality of the teaching. So at all times, we must stand out. We must try to stand out from the pack. We must show a difference. We must lead, if we have opportunity, we must show the Catholicism in us through the way and manner by which we interact with other members of society. Let them see the Catholicism in the transparency and ability to reach out that we show in the way we do things.
Okay,
I remember when I was deputy governor here, we quickly I set up the Christian Pilgrims Board. I set up the Christian Pilgrims Board and ensured that a Catholic was the first executive secretary, and it has sustained till today. So, a practicing Catholic knows his limits, knows his limits, you know, and so we should not be afraid. We should always stand out. We should not uh, yeah, shy away to speak out if there's an injustice, or either perceived or real.
okay. What are your message to other politicians and the Catholic politicians generally that they should quality to make Nigeria better?
Well, as I said, Catholic politicians, we should work together. We should collaborate. We should collaborate. We should be one another's keepers. There should be no rivalry. Let us grow. The political might by which we are able to carry along other members of the Christian society, and to create that leadership platform by which we are able to uh, compete, with our colleagues generally of even other faiths. Yes.
So I would like to ask several questions, one or two questions.
Yes.
In those days, the Catholics are known to be very vocal when it comes to oppression, especially in politics of Nigeria. We have the likes of Anthony Oje, we have the likes of Bishop Paul, and recently we have Booker. Now, but there are certain things that are happening that the voice of Catholics have not been heard. For example, Benue State is almost 80% Catholics. There are killings, and about 2 million people are in IDP camps.
Mm.
And in Plateau, similar things is playing. And here in Kaduna, in Ulungora, to be very precise, March 18th, 17 people were kidnapped. Then it was followed by another 230 persons kidnapped in Kuriga. The Kuriga, a lot of Muslims was lived and they were released. But in Ulungora, which are predominantly Christians and Catholics, 17 people are still
Being held.
in the bandits' lair,
Mm.
and not in Marseille. And even the Catholics, we not heard the Catholics talking about it. We not heard the Catholics talking about the killings in Benue, in Plateau, and in South Africa. So why is that?
Well, true. The Catholic Church is the one that has been more vocal, because the leadership of the Catholic Church, as you know, is always transparent, not transactional. When Bishop Ajay was the Bishop of Sokoto, it was during the Sharia crisis. He was able to manage things, and everything went in peace. President Obasanjo offered to send a jet to go and take him, so he would thank him. He said, "No, President, Just tell me over the phone. There's no need to waste such money. So you see, the Catholic lifestyle, especially the leadership of the church, the lifestyle is simple, not simple, and does not require patronage. And that's why our leaders in the Catholic faith are able to speak out. Bishop Kuka is able to speak out, tell truth to power, because he will not go to look for contract from anybody. That distinguishes from leadership of other faiths who have to do businesses and what have you. We had an experience here in Kaduna when we had Archbishop Achigili from Methodist, who was chairman of CAN, and then he was supposed to ensure that interests of Christians in Kaduna State was much protected in the politics of the state. But most times when elections were near, he took sides with those that were not Christians against, the role of the position he occupied, simply because there were some benefits that he was going to get from it. And then the CAN was not as effective. But after that, we had Bishop George Dodo, late Bishop George Dodo, who became chairman of CAN, Kaduna State, and we saw the difference. This was leaderships that were not interested in being motivated or being rewarded by anybody. They only did their job and ensured that there was justice and fair play to all participants and all concerns. That is how it should be. And in the case of Benue, well, you don't wait more than you believe. Benue is more or less a Christian state, maybe 80% Christians and Catholics in particular. And to God be the glory, the governor today is a priest. So, I mean, who do you want to speak out for that state more than the structure they have? And the secretary to the government of the federation today, George Akume, is from Benue and a Catholic. So I think they shouldn't do political correctness because they want to win second term and therefore refuse to tell the truth. I have not been happy with the governor of Plateau State, Mufwang, because the greatest violence recently has been in Nangu, where he comes from. And then they try to play, farmers, cattle, for very clash, which is not true. Truth is that innocent people are in their houses and then violence is visited on them. So why do you say clash? If you say clash, it's people that have made it the street or on the farm, or maybe somebody brought cows and it trespassed into it, and an argument ensued and resulted in, quarrels or fighting. That's why you say clash. But a situation where somebody is sleeping and another one comes at 4 a.m. like him, how do you call that a clash? It's not a clash. Somebody attacked somebody. And then they should be bold enough to speak out. And I don't know how they find it difficult to do this. If I was governor and you kill one person, you follow you, even if you go inside a hole, smoke you out and bring him, because nobody has right to take life of another person. So they have to stand out. They have to be. Power comes from God. God gives power to whom He wills, when He wills, and takes it away from whomever He wills and gives it again to whoever He wills. So to say, oh, if I talk the truth, or that particular community will gang up against me in the next election, I won't. Who told you who win? Who told you that even the one you won now was by your power, or by wisdom or popularity? It was God that gave you. So why not depend on God, and then ensure that you live and exhibit justice, truth, justice, and fair play. And then the God that gave you the first time will give you the second time. So we see that people see things going wrong, but they don't want to talk. They don't want to. Why can't you even confront that community that is responsible for attacking the people? And I'm not saying when you confront them and imprison them or persecute them or whatever, but confront them and find out what do they really want. Why is this thing on and off and always? What do they really want? Find out what they really want. If it's something that you can do, why not do it then so that there is lasting and permanent peace? But then people are afraid, if they do things, they feel it will jeopardize their future for the country, which is wrong. God loves a man that stands out for peace, justice, and fair play. You get the reward to get the second time you are afraid of losing. So it's just to do the right thing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can we go on? Yeah. Okay, sir. For the records, let's play your name.
I am Reverend Father George Odafe, the priest of the Archdiocese of Kaduna.
This event tonight, what is the take home for all presenters?
Is to aim at initiatives, decisions, and actions that encourage growth and development in the nation and produces factors that enable a good standard of living for every citizen of Nigeria, where one can confidently be proud to be a citizen of the nation and can projectively make plans for the future.
What's the message for other Catholic education?
They should use the teaching they know and Christian principles to speak out in their prophetic character by virtue of the baptism they have received on matters that help and encourage development in the nation. And in speaking out, should think of the future. The concern shouldn't be immediate gratification, more like a delayed gratification for the good of the future generation.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, okay. George Odafe. It's my name.